What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're gonna have another tier list today in the gaming industry because a lot of people are interested in what gaming is gonna do. Not a lot of people is interested in gaming right now because, of course, projects have been on a very slow and steady decline for the last few months, but this is also one of the key moments in which you need to restructure your main portfolio to make sure that you grab the big discounts, so when the prices actually pump, you're gonna be able to be in a lot of profit. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe because you're watching, so you're a fan. Drop a like for the algorithm and also make sure to follow me on X because there's a bunch of alpha on a daily basis on it as well. Okay, so in no particular order, let's get started. Farcana is the first one. It launched at a pretty higher than usual market cap. The dilution is not looking good, so it gets a nah for me. I've decided to make this list a bit different from usual to the God tier and nah and some range of multipliers. One of the main problems that these projects encounter is the dilution aspect. So how inflationary a project really is, because if we have big tokens unlock every single month, then the early investors, the private sales, public sales investors are just going to take profits, and the token is going to be more inflationary, so more tokens in circulation, less value in the token because they become less scarce, so the price just goes on a steady decline if the price movement and the price action can't keep up with inflation. So I hope it makes sense. Wagmi Games is a very good project. It's part of Neo Tokyo, so I think it's gonna do relatively well. I would say 20x from here. Illuvium is a very old project. Maybe it can do a 5x, so let's just put it there. Immutable X, probably the best gaming ecosystem, one of the biggest market caps right now, and probably one of the safest gaming projects that you could include in this list. I think that anywhere between a 5 to 10x is possible. And I also realized that I forgot to include Beam. I would put Beam at the same kind of level of Immutable X. A little less in market cap, but also, you know, very similar degree of safety and multiplier. So both Beam, that I forgot to include in the list, I just realized now, and Immutable X are gonna be in the 5 to 10x. 10x being more optimistic and 5x being more conservative. Probably we're gonna fall somewhere in between. And also, guys, if I forgot any sort of projects in here, don't blame me because there's hundreds of projects that I could have included here. So I've decided to include the ones that are more relevant or the ones that came up to my mind this morning when I decided to film this video. G-Swift, very good project in my opinion. I think the dilution not looking that great as well. It's also an Arbitrum. I haven't seen many projects doing that well, but it's a gaming ecosystem. They got some real stuff going on. I think they can do a 20x, but I'm being perhaps a little bit optimistic. Compete is a project that has a very good community behind it, in my opinion, but I don't really like the direction of this project because they're not really targeting to centralized exchanges, and they say, oh, Dev is building, Dev is cooking, but I would like to see more results, more volume, more assurance for the holders that this is going to do well. It's probably going to be 5 to 10x. PCP is not looking that great in my opinion. I just wouldn't touch it myself. So I'm just going to put it in the nah because I don't like the direction of this project. I just don't like the marketing at all and what this project is doing. So it's a project that I abandoned a long time ago. Shrapnel, very good. It's a game. It's a single game. So it's not a big gaming studio with a variety of titles. You usually want to invest into projects that have a lot of offering and not just a single game. So it's quite hard for me to just put the judgment on a project that is so big in market cap and it doesn't have that much room for growth, and the risk to reward ratio just simply is not there in my opinion. I think that this can still do somewhere between a 5 to 10x, but it's very hard to say. Quick update, I put Beam again and I put Unfettered Souls because I was almost forgetting about it. The Unfettered Souls, listen, in my opinion, out of all these gaming projects right here, the Unfettered Souls is probably the most underrated one because the team is really working. It's a project that I've supported for the start because I've seen the vision that the project has. The team is fully doxed. They're working so hard behind the scenes. They even went through a hack situation. They really handled in a very professional manner, in my opinion. They're gonna have very bullish updates coming in July, so it's literally just around the corner. I remain very bullish on this project, and it's not so bullish to me to put it in the God tier, but I think that this can have a 50x potential, perhaps even more than that, considering that the market cap is very small right now, and it's not super inflationary. They burnt a big amount of the supply after the hack. It's looking really, really bright. Cup Games, I've renamed Crap Games because this is absolute dog shit in my eyes, so I'm just gonna put it to nah. OTK deserves to be in the God tier. I know that a lot of people saw this coming. It's probably the best gaming project that I can find right now. It's a mobile game aggregator. It has a double reward system. You can get OTK tokens just by participating into the leaderboards on a weekly basis. But you can also get gold, which is the loyalty points that you can redeem for reward prices like gaming accessories or gift cards or whatever. It's on Solana. I'm super bullish on Solana. As you guys know, a big chunk of my portfolio is on Solana. And I'm super bullish on the ecosystem when it comes to gaming. I think that Solana gaming is going to be a big winner this bull cycle. So I would expect nothing but a God tier. And given the very juicy entry that we have right now, I think that this project is going to do extremely well. I wouldn't disagree in looking into 100x from these levels at all. Our games, this is one of the worst gaming projects that I've ever seen. One of the worst dilution that I've ever seen in a gaming project. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to zero, given the selling pressure that we have from the insiders and the private sales investors. Big time, I can make the same exact point of Shrapnel. It's just a single game. It's quite big in market cap. The risk to reward ratio is just not there. Nakamoto Games is good, I'm not gonna lie, but the games are just not that good, and I don't think that it has massive adoption. But the project itself is looking quite strong. I mean, I'm rethinking this a lot because the marketing is better than the majority of gaming projects. The dilution is better than the majority of gaming projects. So this would have definitely ranked lower in my list in the past, but I can say that I would expect a 20x from here. Alaska Gold Rush, it's okay, I guess. It's part of Neo Tokyo. It's a metaverse project. It's not been performing that well, but again, what gaming project has really performed that well? I think that it can still do a 10x plus, even a 20. Listen, I'm gonna put it 20x because I think that it can do more multiplier than what the projects listed down below are. Mavi is probably one of the best risk to reward ratio picks that I can find right now. I think that it's still gonna do better than the projects listed on the 5 to 10x range, so I'm gonna say 20x. It can easily do that, and especially given the big correction that it has had. It's looking quite strong. It has a big fan base, big user base. It's probably one of the best gaming projects that I would be looking to accumulate right now, if you were to ask me. And full disclosure, I don't even hold any. Icon X just gets a nah, just because look at the market cap, look at the dilution. It's just not looking that bright. It's a shame because I actually initially really liked this project, but I don't think it's looking that strong. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Miria, another project that I heavily traded. I'm not in it right now, but probably if you invest in it now, the dilution is gonna be looking better. So more tokens were released in the last 6 months when I didn't hold Miria. So it's probably a much better entry right now than it was 6 months back. It heavily corrected. I don't think it's looking that bad. Honestly, it could even do a 20x from here just because it diluted so much already. Gaming is just too bad in terms of dilution. I'm gonna have to give it a nah. And it's a shame because I really like this project, and it's so diversified in different niches, even in esports, many other different niches when it comes to gaming in a big overall ecosystem. But the tokenomics screw this project up, unfortunately. And I can say the same exact thing of Portal. Yes, it could do a 5 to 10x from here, but the selling pressure is just insanity to me. It's just been on a very steady decline. I would expect at least a 5x though, so let's actually put it there. Metados, another one. I can make the same exact case of our game, so I want to put it next to it because it's such a good concept on the card, but the tokenomics just screw this project up. Daily unlocks. Most projects that have daily unlocks are gonna turn to shit, unfortunately, so Metados is not any different. AWT, I'm sure that a lot of people were expecting this. It's gonna go into the nah. I don't like what the team has done. I don't like the way that they treated myself and my community. They started ghosting me when I started asking questions about the future of the project, and it's a shame because I really liked it. I really like what they had in the car, but when the team started acting funny and just being very shady towards the community, I decided to get fully out of it, and my group as well. So yeah, it's just not a good look. And this is also why you should be in my private group, because you would have seen already why I decided to sell this project, etc., and what new projects I decide to buy. So if you want to see what I buy and what I sell first before I bring this information out to my YouTube channel, my group is the place to be. And right now we're actually trading a lot of meme coins to make short-term profits to actually feed our long-term bags. So if you want to be a winner and if you want to create generational wealth, this is the place to be. I'm going to talk more about it at the end of the video if you guys are are interested. Axie Infinity, I'm just gonna put it into the now because it's an old project, was one of the top gainers in the last bull cycle. If you guys weren't around it, you're not aware of this, but I just don't see it doing much this time around, and I can make the same case for Gala Games and so many others. It's just not worth it at this point. Playable deserves a 50x potential category because the tokenomics are looking better than most projects. I really like the community and the marketing of this one. The games actually look solid. They are a gaming studio with multiple games. They were very successful in the launch of the nodes. So yeah, it's actually something that I wish I had participated into the node sale. Unfortunately, I didn't. And right now, they're just not worth it. They're just too expensive. There's way many more different nodes that I'm buying right now that are better risk to reward ratio. But when it comes to a gaming project that has diluted already, that is looking good when it comes to an entry, it's also on Avalanche. I think that gaming on Avalanche is also going to be quite well. It's an easy 50x potential. Vendetta, it's a good project. The dilution is not looking good at all. I think that it can still stretch a 10x, but again, another project that was just ruined by the selling pressure for the pre-sale. And I can make the same case for Corpo. A very good project in practice, but I would rather buy Myria if I was looking at the gaming ecosystem, because Myria has been around for a little longer and it's more diluted than Corpo. Aether Games, I really don't like this project. Just a very slow decline. Little Lab Games, listen, I still believe that Lit can do a 50x plus. It's been through so much FUD, so many people accusing me or other influencers to sell in their bags. When I never sold this project, I've actually kept accumulating a lot, and so did my members. I think that this project is going to melt faces as soon as they go heavy marketing and as soon as the market sentiment changes. It's already bottomed out, so I don't think it's that risky to enter at this stage. But of course, make sure to do your own research and don't take this as financial advice. All cryptocurrencies investments, especially in the gaming sphere, are extremely risky, so manage your risk accordingly. But if you're looking for an entry for something that is going to do quite well, in my opinion, and again, it's just my own personal opinion, I think that I wouldn't hesitate jumping into Lit right now. Yaku is decent, probably one of the best metaverse projects that I've seen. It's partnered with Honda, Toys R Us. Like, there's a big partners back in this project. I think it can do 20x maybe. Sinverse, it's quite original because it kind of mimics GTA. There's not a lot of projects like this, but it's just so risky and looking quite dodgy to me. I don't know. I just put it in the nah. GFAL is a good project. It's got a very good team, but it just doesn't do much. Even big influencers, when they shill it, can't really move the price a lot. If the roadmap doesn't look too good to me. I'm not so particularly excited about the games that are being released. I'm debating whether to put in the 5 to 10x or 20x. I'm going to say 20x because it corrected decently. And overall, like, the team seems quite serious. I'm just not particularly excited about what their plans are. Fabwelt is just old. It's old news. Yeah. Bloodloop, similar position as the one of Shrapnel. It's another game on Avalanche. It's been super overhyped, and just because of the hype, yeah, it's probably going to do all right. But yeah, I just wouldn't buy it. You're probably just pumping the bags of the private sales investor and becoming their exit liquidity. The Alex token, just because I'm bullish on Lit and the overall ecosystem, I think that this deserves a chance. And also the vesting schedule for the private sales investor goes well beyond this bull market. So they're not really going to be able to dump on you that much. I think that you can stretch at 20x. I just personally wouldn't buy it. Copy is good. I think it's got decent community. Not super bullish on this, but I see a case on why people would like this. Perhaps it can do a 10x and maybe even a little more. Okay, so this is pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you agree with my list? Would you change anything? I want to hear your opinion. And if you want to connect with me and get all the gains that me and my private members are doing, join my group, because this is where you're going to be able to create generational wealth this bull cycle. You don't want to be a lone wolf. You want to join an alpha group, and my group is the best group in crypto right now, and I can say this with total certainty. All of the benefits are listed on the website. It's not just my trading signals, but a variety of other benefits. First link down in the description, and also the QR code that you see above my head. You might have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to this bull cycle, so don't mess it up. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey, and until then, take care for now.